I'm Blair Benoit here at the 2015 Long Beach Jazz Festival, and we have the pleasure of speaking with Andrew Gouche, who just got off stage. Welcome to Long Beach, Andrew.
Thank you. It's been a blast, man. I'm still kind of on a high from playing. It was really great.
How was the crowd?
Really warm and receptive. I know when you play for somebody and they've never heard your music before, it takes them a minute to just kind of, ingest it and analyze, but I think the response was really, really cool.
I think it was great also. We're so happy to have you here. So, you've done everything. So from jazz to gospel, such a talented bassist all over the world, from working with Chaka Khan, Michael Jackson. Tell me, what are you most proud of? Which accomplishment are you most proud of?
All of it, when I look back, it's kind of surreal, because when I start verbalizing all the stuff I've done, my mind goes back to when my mother first got me a bass. And back then we used to look at albums and you'd read the credits, and I used to just wonder what it would be like to actually meet these people, And when I hear myself say, I played with Prince, I'm like, no, you didn't. But I did, and it's just, the cool thing about it though, when you work with all these people, you realize they're just people too, and for the most part, they're all just really cool, and it's been a blessing for me to do all of it, because, it's to be doing what you love to do, and then somebody pay you money for it too, that's the blessing for me, I got over being in awe of people a long time ago, but I never forget to be grateful, because I realized that it didn't have to be me, and that's one of my mottos. It didn't have to be me, so I'm grateful for every opportunity. What I'm doing now is a new chapter in my life, After being in the business of 40 years, I'm doing my own project, and honestly, that's the biggest high for me, because there's no greater feeling than to see somebody receive what came out of your heart, and that's been the blessing for me, man, and just have people love my music, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Maybe my music is kind of good, so, and that's been a great, great part, yeah.
Kind of good is a little bit of an understatement. That's amazing. That's really beautiful. And I read in another interview of yours that you didn't have a plan B, it was like bass or nothing.
And that's a true story. When I was 17 years old, I said, I'm gonna make it as a musician or I'm gonna be a bum. And I was a bum a few times, but just the grace of God, man, he's just opened doors for me that I never could have imagined. And when I look back, it's just, I'm still amazed. After all this time, I'm still amazed. And two, I can look back on my life and not have any regrets, because I followed my heart, and a lot of people don't do that, There were some times where some people tried to get me to stop doing it and wanted me to get a 9-to-5 job, but I was just like, that's not who I am, And just the grace of God, man, He blessed me to be able to travel all over the world and play with all these people. And I called Gladys Knight on the phone the other day because I hadn't talked to her, and I'm looking at my phone, I got Gladys Knight's phone number, I got Chaka's phone number, and that's dope, yeah.
Yeah, super dope. I think any of us would kill to have those numbers in our phone. You've worked with so many legendary artists. Chaka Khan, Prince, Michael Jackson. If you had to pick, who do you think you not appreciate, I'm sure you appreciate all of them, but who do you think was just the most special to you?
If there was any gig that I would go back to, it would be Chaka, because I love her. I love her heart, and me and Chaka we're always on such the same wavelength. She loves bass. So how I actually met her, I was doing a gig with Karen Briggs, a great violinist, at this club, and Chaka came to my gig, and she's freaking out watching me play, and then she came up and kissed me, and she's like, you going on the road with me? And not too long after that, I was her music. She called me on the phone and asked me to be her musical director, and I was her musical director for 6 years, and it was such an incredible experience. We did everywhere: Montreux Jazz Festival, North Sea, went all the way to Indonesia, did the Jakarta Jazz Festival, Java Jazz Festival, and just everywhere, and that gig, and it was special for me too, because I went as the musical director, so I was able to create a show for her. And there's just something really incredible about creating something and people appreciate it, And so had to pick, that's where I would go, Shaka. You know, the other gigs like Prince, obviously is Prince, you know, and it was an honor for him. He actually saw me playing with Shaka. That's how I got it. And he called me on the phone and asked me to play with him, you know. And that was the trip because I was just like, he called me and he's like, Mr. Gouche. And I'm like, okay, Prince knows my name, you know. And, you know, it's funny because I talk to him like I'm talking to you now, you know. And he had a great lover of musicianship, and that's what I appreciate about him. He really appreciates talent. But if I had to pick, it would be Shaka.
I mean, that's beautiful, and I love your story, and everything just seemed to happen so organically, and that's how you really know that it's meant to be, right? And I think it's
organically too. That's how it happened. Yeah.
And I think it's a testament to you not giving yourself a plan B, not giving yourself a way out. You know, it was like this or nothing.
Yeah, and I didn't, you know, and I tell people because, you know, you get to be my age, I hear myself saying things now, and I realize, okay, I'm the veteran that's giving advice to the young people now, and I tell people all the time, you got to follow your heart, man, because I get a lot of musicians that say, well, what do I need to do to make it in the music business? But dude, if there was a surefire plan, then everybody would do it. You know, you just got to step out there and you know what? You might not make it, but if you never try, then you know you won't make it. But if you try, you might. And that's the way I look at it, man. And I look at one door closing, another one opens, you know, and that's how it's always been for me.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Gouche. Really appreciate it. It was a pleasure having you.
And thank you, Rainbow Promotions. You guys, thank you for having me. I'm honored. And hopefully next year I can play again. Later on, there'll be more people in the audience. So thank you. It was great. I appreciate it.
Lesson of today, step out on faith and follow your heart. I'm Blair, Benoit, and this is Rainbow Promotions.